disadvantages galore. A drug addict's mother and viewed as a chore. Her father held her a grudge, but wouldn't give her up for adoption. No, that was too good. Happiness was not an option. Born already addicted to a variety of substances hard. Her mother taken that day to a pauper's graveyard. Agnes Black, miserable thing, if only you died in the womb. Death would have been better instead of the pain you would consume. Agnes Black, innocent girl who never stood a chance. Much like your beginning, your future would be a cemetery dance. Left to cry for hours while daddy hit the booze. Cared for by a rotating door of trashy women who were loose. And yet you grew to be a girl, a a cemetery dance. On good days you were beaten, on bad days it was worse. And never did you get to think that maybe you had worth. Oh, you get for being bad. You know what you get? Take this. Stop crying. I'll fucking kill you. she did nothing wrong, was just small and meek. But in the orphanage was perceived as weak. Ring around the rosy, the girl in the center, while the others laughed just to torment her. From the skillet into the fire, the oft-used proverb, surrounded by children mentally disturbed. Violence begets violence, and kids are a sponge, absorbing what they've seen that's not been expunged. Injuries fester if left untreated, psychologically spreading from being mistreated. The girl decided if nobody would help, she had to grow strong and do it herself. She had to grow scales, too hard to break. She would grow scales, whatever it takes. The more she was kicked, the further she fell. Deeper and deeper inside herself. She may be small, she may be frail, but she wasn't dumb, and the plan detailed. In the bedroom with bunk beds stacked, the radiator grew hot, flammables kept back. In the dead of night, from the bed she crept and poured kerosene while the mean kid slept. Injuries fester if left untreated, psychologically spreading from being mistreated. The girl decided if nobody would help, she had to grow strong and do it herself. She had to grow scales, too hard to break. She would grow scales, whatever it takes. A few tissues later and the flames grew higher, burning the orphanage in a raging fire. A survivor's few would ever question the poor little girl with abyssal depression. Injuries fester if left untreated, psychologically spreading from being mistreated. The girl decided if nobody would help, she had to grow strong and do it herself. She had to grow scales, too hard to break. She would grow scales, whatever it takes. Injuries fester if left untreated, psychologically spreading from being mistreated. The girl decided if nobody would help, she had to grow strong and do it herself. She had to grow scales, too hard to break. She would grow scales, whatever it takes. Music flows like wine, calming, soothing, tempering. Even a beast like her, with hatred blistering. There was no one who showed compassion, but the piano keys were a passion. A press of the keys like angels singing, joined by chords and strings ringing. she needed a hand. Fingers running along the board, notes churning to be heard. Her sorrow, fears, and wishes telling a story without words. Forgetting the past, letting go of the bundle deep inside. Intoxicated better than any drug, and happily pacified. A press of the keys like angels singing, joined by chords and strings ringing. Oh, pianos were neutral, and that's all that she asked. That something speak without a mask. Oh, people are two-faced and smile while they plan, but music was there when she needed a hand. Playing piano, purpose it gave. Instead of sending others to their grave. Pianos were neutral, and that's all that she asked. That something speak without a mask. Oh, people are two-faced and smile while they plan, but music was there when she needed a hand.
Hello, Cleveland. We are Omega. Let's welcome our new keyboardist to the group. Give it up for Agnes Black. Welcome to the sound station, a flying saucer of indiration, a galaxy exploring experience, a musical errata. The line between love and fantasy is irregular and blurred. So settle down, smoke a bowl and explore the word. It's a roller coaster of ups and downs. Let's get high and enjoy the sound. Here comes the bass, here comes the keys. Crank up the volume, love and peace. Oh yeah, baby, love and peace. Yeah, baby, love and peace. There's so much good in the universe. Let's cultivate it and let it grow. Believe in love and camaraderie and spread the seeds we sow. Changing the world, I've lived a time with music and beats and rhythm and rhymes. It's a roller coaster of ups and downs. Let's get high and enjoy the sound. Here comes the bass, here comes the keys. Crank up the volume, love and peace. Oh yeah, baby, love and peace. Yeah.
dozen cities, a dozen bodies, as she continued to tour. A dozen victims, a dozen trophies, and still she wanted more. The hunger inside could not be sated. To necrophiliac memories she masturbated, but nothing compared to the orgasmic thrill of the begging and pleading before the kill. Oh, Pandora's box. When it was open, the worst of her escaped. Pleasure like no other, a thirst never slaked. Oh, Pandora's box. Always were they staring, her father's eyes embedded in the heads of those she chose. But always they remained open, though dim they might get, but never would they close. She could see his eyes burning bright as she stalked the alleys of the night. Though she had not seen him in many years, it seemed those eyes wouldn't disappear. Oh, Pandora's box. When it was open, the worst of her escaped. Pleasure like no other, a thirst never slaked. Oh, Pandora's box. She wished to kill Daddy for what he had done, but each time she did, there was always a new one. Oh, Pandora's box. When it was open, the worst of her escaped. Pleasure like no other, a thirst never slaked. Oh, Pandora's box. I see his eyes in my nightmares, looking at me with a hateful glower. Every night I wake up sweating and take a frigid shower. But more and more I see a specter, looking at me from the heads of other men. I can't stand it, I can't stand it, I can't stand it. The world around me begins to spin. It's 50-50, the pain and pleasure, like a jolt of electricity. The things my father did were wretched, and killing him makes me free. And when I fuck the corpse, it's the power I crave. I beat you, I'm stronger than you, I've gotten my revenge, I say. But then I look down and it's not him, and I know he's gotten away again. just wanted to be left alone, but they kept hurting me, and now I feel I can't atone. Is this who I am and what I want? I ask in moments of clarity, but I've grown accustomed to it, and the need is daily verity. It's 50-50, the pain and pleasure, like a jolt of electricity through me. The things my father did were wretched, and killing him makes me free. And when I fuck the corpse, it's the power I crave. I beat you, I'm stronger than you, I've gotten my revenge, I say. But then I look down and it's not him, and I know he's gotten away again. I haven't seen him since I was a girl, and yet I see him everywhere. I don't wanna kill innocent people, but there's no innocent men anywhere. Oh, the reason I see him in their eyes is because guilt has scourged them all. They just want one simple thing, and I can use that to plan their fall. But there's something else that has loved it all along. The papers call it the Medusa killings, and I think there's a certain charm, and that awful thing inside me revels in inflicting harm. I cast off my identity to never hear the name again. I think I've always been Medusa, a serial killer. Refused to comment on any possible connections to similar incidents in Madison and Chicago. Redeemed by my evening stroll. 10 o'clock and my breakfast is tasty, poached pig spread on a roll. 11 o'clock and the tour bus awaits, let's get the fuck out of town. 12 o'clock, safe in the rear view, it's better we don't hang around. The rest of the band doesn't have a clue that a monster like me is part of their retinue. Death incarnate, Omega is my skin, only as deep as a cut. last from now till dawn. 1 p.m. got a few nibbles, men are like big fat Chinook. 2 p.m. trolling deep water, and very soon I'll set the hook. The rest of the band doesn't have a clue that a monster like me is part of the retinue. I am Alpha in Omega, do I wait just below the surface? Death incarnate. Omega is my skin, only as deep as I cut the true face before with gore glut. The lure was swallowed, the trap has snapped. Fangs were bared, the prey was trapped. I am Alpha in Omega, do I wait just below the surface? Death incarnate. Omega is my skin, only as deep as I cut the true face before with gore glut. The best serial killer is the hardest to find, the one with no pattern to their crime. The touring life offers protection and greatly aids evading detection. A new city, a new style, a new victim to defile, as long as the band doesn't suspect that they are traveling with the subject. The detectives know I'm a woman, though how I'm unsure. Stalking bars like a boa for victims to lure. Medusa, 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 Medusa. They can't piece the puzzle that I've distributed, or stop the body count I've contributed. Moving from city to city across the nation makes it simple for my predation. A new city, a new style, a new victim to defile, as long as the band doesn't suspect that they are traveling with the subject. The detectives know I'm a woman, though bodies once they're fermented. The detectives know I'm a woman, though how I'm unsure. Stalking bars like a boa for victims to lure. Medusa, 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 Medusa. Like a mongoose, I prowl the night, looking for the person that feels right. It's a one-way hunt, like interrogation glass. They don't know the prey when I walk past. Who says killers can't be women? I've got looks that charm my victims. The papers call me Medusa, but I'm no mere beast. I'm the goddess of death from the Far East. I take my time and victims slay, remove their skin and take it away. Call me Medusa, oh, 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 yeah. Call me Medusa, oh. Subcutaneous fat, my personal oil, bubbled in a vat, brought to a boil. It keeps me young when I spread it thin, across my body, across my skin. Who says killers can't be women? I've got looks that charm my victims. The papers call me Medusa, but I'm no mere beast. I'm the goddess of death from the Far East. I take my time and victims slay, remove the skin and take it away. Call me Medusa, oh, oh, yeah. Call me Medusa, oh. It's a sin, this sweet exhibitionism, but not as fun as tasty cannibalism. The papers call me Medusa, but I'm no mere beast. I'm the goddess of death from the Far East. I take my time and victims slay, remove the skin and take it away.
Found in a sewer or alley, married, single, polyamorous, no rhyme or reason to tally. We suspect it's a woman because the wounds aren't deep. She relies on arteries close to skin to drain them in one fatal sweep. The bulk of mutilation post-mortem is done, frantic and ravenous like a toddler's tantrum. What we have to go on is like being lost in the weeds, but phones ring constantly with potential leads. So many are bogus, but each one we must investigate. With this killer on the loose, who we need to locate. We need to locate. Psychologists theorize the woman is full of hate, that it's likely a man caused her to crispate. It's revenge she wants, for revenge does she kill, because in the past a man arrested her will. The bulk of mutilation post-mortem is done, frantic and ravenous like a toddler's tantrum. What we have to go on is like being lost in the weeds, but phones ring constantly with potential leads. So many are bogus, but each one we must investigate. With this killer on the loose, who we need to locate. We need to locate. I believe someone fucked her up, though how I'm unsure. But there's no excuse for cause innocence murder. What we have to go on is like being lost in the weeds, but phones ring constantly with potential leads. So many are bogus, but each one we must investigate. With this killer on the loose, who we need to locate. We need to locate.
try to flee into his spine in the dark of the alley. She mounts him and smiles, blood coating her thighs, and penetrates him even after he dies. She removed a hunk of fatty meat to soften her skin, but also to eat. Fresh blood is addictive, the power it gives. For the first time she truly lives, controlling her victims, the power it gives. For the first time she truly lives. Oh, she truly lives. In the barren space of her mind, yearning grows like a fetus, taking souvenirs of coitus ex mortis. Fresh blood is addictive, the power it gives. For the first time she truly lives, controlling her victims, the power it gives. For the first time she truly lives. Oh, she truly lives. She truly lives. She truly lives. Wrapped in newspaper, stained a deep pink, ran under a faucet in the hotel sink. A portable element, aroma in the air. The human steak, cooked perfectly rare. The thigh, the loin, or a nice red kidney. Not so much the taste, but the thrill it gives me. Meat, a forbidden delight. Meat, braised just right. Tender and bright. Meat, savor each bite. Oh, meat. Who is in control now when you're lying dead? Unable to stop me from the harvest ahead. I like to ferment small pieces of skin in my water bottle to feel powerful again. The thigh, the loin, or a nice red kidney. Not so much the taste, but the thrill it gives me. Meat, a forbidden delight. Meat, braised just right. Tender and bright. Meat, savor each bite. Oh, meat. The stink in the bottle, colored bright fuchsia, is exposed explained away by saying it's kombucha. But it's not bacteria in a budding colony, but tiny stands of meat, my dark idolatry. Meat, forbidden delight. Meat, braised just right. Tender and bright. Meat, savor each bite. Oh, meat.
The image was grainy, digitized at best, but it provided some answers and simplified the rest. Yes, Medusa is a woman of slim shape and build, and the park camera caught glimpses just before the victim was killed. What's with her movements? Is it to confuse? From city to city like a murderer's muse. But she can't hide forever. No, soon she'll make a slip, like some piece of information or spill of a lip. My badge gleams brightly, my duty to find this ravenous creature, leaving bodies behind. There's no pattern, really, to the travel she makes. I-80 west, around the Great Lakes. Generally westward, but that varies too. And discovery of bodies likely lost a few. What's with her movements? Is it to confuse? From city to city like a murderer's muse. But she can't hide forever. No, soon she'll make a slip, like some piece of information or spill of a lip. My badge gleams brightly, my duty to find this ravenous creature, leaving bodies behind. One victim's last call was from a concert venue, a band called Omega. Perhaps it's a clue. Dear God, there's a body found in each place where this band has played. A break in the case. She won't hide forever. She's made a slip, a piece of information from corpse's lip. My badge gleams brightly, my duty to find this mindless creature, leaving bodies behind.
The show ends with the crowds dim and the band goes separate ways to get some grub or a hot tub to reunite another day. What they don't know is that I go to some back alley bar, and like a slut I shake my butt like a goth porn star. But it's different this time, though how I'm not sure. Too many eyes turn and situation impure, but there's no need to worry. A sting this is not. Just let another man away. I'm too smart to be caught. Too smart to be caught. We leave the place, my can of mace held tightly in my grip. And once he's blind, then he will find a blade through his throat slit. But I feel so strong that something's wrong, that I won't cut and run. Two cops say halt, and then I vault as one pulls a gun. I run through alleys as they pursue behind, tackled roughly to the ground. Then I'm read my rights, but there's no need to worry. No evidence have they got. Just shut my mouth and stay silent. I'm too smart to be caught. Too smart to be caught. But in the room I'm interviewed and they show me camera stills. But I'll just sit and not admit to the people they say I've killed. I think I need to worry. So much proof they got. My killing spree is at an end. I've finally been caught. Finally been caught. Like a silver strand of moonlight through a window chimes. 12 people on the jury decide, guilty or innocent of the crimes. It's a farce, a show, a spectacle with determination set. Cameras and reporters watching for sign of regret. Everyone has hurt another. I do it just for fun, or because I'm crazy. My lawyer's tactics spun. The sentence will be death, carried by lethal injection. The sentence has to be death for societal breath, the foreman makes a stand. He clears his throat and ruffles the paper in hand. It's deathly quiet, you could hear a pin drop. Get on with it, dude, there's presses to stop. Find the defendant. Sheet for a bed, all nice and safe, no sharp edges for accidents. On death row, but not by my own hand. On this they were intransigent. The shrinks didn't find me crazy, I was competent to stand trial. The public wants answers, but I'm resolute in denial. Even in this place, there's still games to play. Damage to deal, though I'm locked away. Bodies unfound, accepted my newspaper can flaunt. I need a keyboard, as musician is my trade. And of all the undue punishments, it's by far the worst I've paid. Time is like a glacier in here. It does not move and looms, even larger than life, and like a volcano fumes. My dearest friend, my only peace, let me play once more upon the ivory keys. Oh, upon the ivory keys. Mr. Reporter, do you hear my plea? Think of all the money and reputation. Then my admission might you gain the amount above my speculation, all for the cost of a keyboard and an hour to which I may play. Think of all the families grieving, wondering of their loved ones still to this day. My dearest friend, my only peace, let me play once more upon the ivory keys. Oh, upon the ivory keys. Affirmative was his answer, as I expected all along. And I'll get my wish, though my promises fall wrong. Maybe that's why it took so long. When I was trapped with a beast, an innocent girl done wrong. It wasn't just pain that can be fleeting. It was the other things, the other mistreating. The pain in my head, like a rocket split. Oh, the pain in my head, the taste of his spit. Doomed in this life, doomed in the next, for the horrors I've committed and the lives I've wrecked. But it's all your fault, right down to the bone. If I had you here now, I'd cut your throat. Oh, I'd cut your throat. They thought they did well, taking you away, never to be seen again, not another day. But there's no forgiveness, how could there be? But I can't have my revenge when you're a mystery. The pain in my head, like a rocket split. Oh, the pain in my head, the taste of his spit. Doomed in this life, doomed in the next, for the horrors I've committed and the lives I've wrecked. But it's all your fault, right down to the bone. If I had you here now, I'd cut your throat. I'd cut your throat. Now I'm locked up and thrown away with no reason to live another day. Just in my mind, the worm haunted is. Do I skin you alive and you beg to live? Doomed in this life, doomed in the next, for the horrors I've committed and the lives I've wrecked. But it's all your fault, right down to the bone. If I had you here now, I'd cut your throat. I'd cut your throat. Dear M. I think you've done God's work. I wish I could be like you, but I'm too afraid of the consequences. I pray you get out soon. Medusa, I'm a 34-year-old divorcee who discovered my hatred for men when my husband cheated on me with my best friend. Women should be together, and I feel a real connection. If you'd marry me, I'll visit before your lethal injection. Killer. One day you'll be punished. I hope you suffer greatly for the acts you've committed. You're a piece of shit, Netley. Sweet Agnes, I listen to your music nightly. I understand what you were saying. It's all there in somber tones, like coyotes at the moon baying. I'm going to beat my wife twice as hard tonight. When they execute you, a party I'm gonna host. And when they announce your death, us men will have a toast. To whom it may concern, what you did wasn't right, but I truly understand. It's hard to process the trauma of being beaten by a man. Medusa, please give me an autograph. I think you are the best. Here's $5 that I can spare. Please fulfill my request. Sweet Agnes, I listen to your music nightly. I understand what you were saying. It's all there in somber tones, like coyotes at the moon baying. As a musician, I never received so much fan mail. So many people asking for signatures from this jail. I think I found your brother. He's a hard man, mean and vile. In Mazatlan, Mexico, is your father. From this jail. Confined to these walls of concrete and layers of barbed wire, where there's a will, there's a way, and my need to be free is dire. The letter said Dad is in Mexico, and I can't kill him from inside. So I have to find a way out to get where he resides. I have a reason to live now, not content to rot in my cell, waiting for my turn on death row before the state sends me to hell. This autocratic microcosm with its warden potentate and his violent guards won't let me escape. But I'm not stupid and can play these dumb apes to catch them off guard and make my escape. Make my escape. One guard is sloppy, he loves a good blow. From my cell he takes me to somewhere below. I can palm his keys as I fulfill his needs, then chomp down hard and laugh as he bleeds. His gun is mine now and I slip through the blocks, user his keys and spit out his cock. This autocratic microcosm with its warden potentate and his violent guards won't let me escape. had freedom, many guards were shot. I hotwire a car as a riot ensues. Cover for my brake as away I cruise. Microcosm with its warden potentate and his violent guards won't let me escape. I'm not stupid and can play these dumb apes to catch them off guard and make my escape. deed at last complete. All that's left in her place is Agnes.